Glow Beauties, this is an amazing year. And I hope you are having an amazing start of the year. And by the time you see this video, it will probably be Valentine's Day, but maybe we'll get some purple hearts in this Valentine's Day, because this is, if you don't know already, is Pantone Color of the Year Ultraviolet. And I don't know about you, but purple is my favorite color. What I've noticed, strangely enough, and I don't know whether you guys have noticed this, but I find that people who are very artistic or are artists or very creative tend to favor purple as their favorite color. But this could be just my bias altogether, because of course purple is my favorite color. And apparently even the executive director of the Pantone Color Institute said that this is the year of creativity and innovation, because I think of purple as a very artistic color and a creative color. But you know what? Even if you're not a purple lover, you could be a purple-hearted person. And purple-hearted people are people who care and spread caring and kindness around. And you know, it can be big, it can be small, it can be to your loved ones, it could be to complete strangers. And you know what? You never know when a stranger may be relying on the kindness of strangers just to get them through the day. And I can tell you, I did one time. Sometimes you just need that, you know? And we can do that, all of us. Even if that color is not your favorite color, we're all purple-hearted people. And of course, the whole premise of this is the tutorial that I'm gonna be doing. If you notice, I'm all in purple. Well, maybe not my clothes. This is gonna be a tutorial on the praises of purple, and we are going to let purple rain. We are gonna go in with ColourPop's colors here, which is what is this one? Ignition, there is Hustle, and then there is Envy in here. So we're gonna use these colors along with a whole bunch of other purple colors that are included in my purple palette to bring this look all together. And of course, we cannot forget the Prince of Purple, which is Prince himself. And this is also for you, Prince. Thank you. Thank you. So let us let purple rain. Purple rain, purple rain. To get started with this purple rain eyeshadow tutorial, I've already primed my lids with the Urban Decay Eden Primer, and I've also put a little kind of off-white powder base over my eyes. So we're going to start with Hustle in the crease. This is the beautiful purple eyeshadow. It almost looks a little burgundy in here, like a almost darkened burgundy, but it's actually purple. It's this gorgeous, gorgeous purple. So I'm going to use my Morphe B81, I believe that's what it says, brush. It is kind of a wider, slightly stiffer blending brush that works perfectly in the crease to diffuse the colors. So I'm going to put this in the crease. This is Hustle in the crease. You see how it turns a lovely purple? So yeah, so all you purple-hearted people, we are going in deep with purple today. And I don't know about you, but I saw this amazing story. I don't know how I found out about it, but I read it on in the news, and it was a story of this just you know, just a simple TTC worker that was working at one of the subway stations, and they say he helped save this man that was trying trying to commit suicide on the tracks, and the man flew by and jumped on the tracks. And the TTC worker, I think he was one of the collection people, he saw the man jump on the tracks, and it was one of the main, more popular subway stations in our city. And so instantly somebody, I don't know whether it was him or somebody, turned off the power. And that's pretty easy to do, to turn off the power. The power in our city for the tracks is at the end of each platform, and it's behind a glass that you can easily break and then turn off the power. So if you ever see anybody on the tracks, go on the tracks, you can easily do that to keep anybody from getting hurt by the main power line on the track. Anyway, this man went on the tracks and somebody turned off the power right away, so he couldn't be hurt that way. TTC employee went to the man on the tracks and he sat over the ledge and encouraged the man to start talking to him. So the man came up to the ledge with him so that he was safely away from the power edge of, there's a power line on the track, so he was able to distract him, get away from the power line and talk to him. And he was able to just chat with him whilst onlookers were on the platform, started to distract him with his phone. Next thing you know, he was doing selfies with the man. Obviously they were having a conversation. He was helping to talk him down and pull him away from his desperate, you know, mindset that he was in. Obviously he was in a desperate situation to do something like that, and he was able, the employee was able to kind of talk him down, encourage him and everything. And then next thing you know, he was telling the man, say, I am strong, I am strong. And so they started to say it together, this mantra, I am strong. And then the TTC employee turned to the people onlookers on the platform to say, come on everybody, let's say it together. So everybody on the platform started to say in unison, I am strong, I am strong. And this is the amazing thing about people just helping and caring for others. This was a big thing. It saved this man and pulled him out from that desperate situation. Everybody came together as a community to help this man, and that's pretty awesome. And in fact, you know, sometimes you just need a little bit of help from strangers, you know, and I had that happen to me. Anyway, so I'm gonna go into ignition, and yeah, I had a little help from stranger. One time I did have a little breaking point on the subway and started crying my eyes out because, you know, I had some disappointments, and they all kind of, you know, when you have disappointments for a number of years, not just a number of months, but a number of years, and they kind of all coalesce all together. And I had this one kind of breaking point moment that just kind of coalesced everything. Hold on a second, I forgot to turn on the lights. So this is ignition, and I'm gonna put that on my lid whilst I continue to talk. So I had this breaking point moment. I just started to bawl my eyes out on the subway. I don't do that too often. It's not something that I do very often, but I did that day. And I just started to bawl my eyes on a subway. Thank goodness it wasn't totally filled, but there were some people in there. One of them was this wonderful young woman. She was wearing a hijab, and she just came up to me. She was with a group of young women, and she just came up to me. Like, you know, you get to a point sometimes and you just don't care. You're just so sad, you're so distraught, you don't care about anything. I was at one of those moments, and so she just came up to me, sat beside me, put her arm around me, and just started to soothe me. Can't remember what she said, what it was, but let me tell you, she was that stranger, that kindness and caring of a stranger that I needed at that moment, and she helped pull me out of my mindset of despair and gave me hope. And it was just the fact that she was there to she just cared. And so I consider her a purple-hearted person. And I consider that man, and this was just the kindness of strangers, you know? Sometimes you just need the kindness of strangers to get you out of a funk. I'm gonna put, oh my goodness, look at this one. This is amazing. This is Envy. So we are gonna put this is kind of blackened base with like, I think there's like light blue and lots of pink glitter in this. I'm gonna use my ColourPop bullet pencil brush, and I'm gonna put this in the outer corners. And the nice thing about ColourPop's shadows is that they do set on your eyes. It's really nice because, especially for hooded eyes, because they don't move, especially when it has glitter in, and I love my glitter eyeshadows, it doesn't move. So here we go. I'm gonna put it on the outer corners here. This one is like a black and purple, but on my eyes, for some interesting and odd reason, it does have a tendency to turn almost a little blue. So I'm gonna put it on the outer corners, and then I'm gonna put it into the deep crease of my eyes here. So yeah, it's always nice, you know, to be there for people, because you never know when a stranger might be needing the reliance of the kindness of strangers. And you know, simple little things like just walking down your neighborhood and smiling at the people and saying even a hello to strangers on the street in your neighborhood. Don't do it at night. I made the mistake of doing that at night. Well, no, I didn't actually smile at a stranger at night. I made the mistake one night, again on the subway. This is a lot of subway experiences, where I think this has turned into a little bit of a get ready with me story time, but that's what happens. So I made the mistake. It was coming home late at night, and I'm getting off of the subway. I'm still on the platform. I have a tendency to look about to make sure who's around me, especially late at night, because I want to know that there isn't anybody following me, there isn't any strange guys around and stuff. I kind of get my radar up and assess the situation, what type of people are around me and what guys are around me, because it was late. It was after 12 when I was getting home that day. So I get off of the subway. I'm on my side of the platform. Across the tracks is the other platform, and there was this guy walking on the opposite platform, and he was walking onto the platform whilst I was exiting from my platform, but we were still on each other's platforms. And I looked across to see who he was, and I happened by mistake to catch his eye. He looked at me, I looked at him, and I went, oops. That wasn't the thing to do, because you don't want to catch their eye late at night when you're a woman walking alone. Not the best approach. And I was just trying to eye him, but the man looked straight at me, and we crossed eyes, and he locked onto me, and I thought, ooh, that's not good. And wouldn't you know it, I walk up off the platform, up the stairs, and he turned around on the platform and ran up the stairs and ran towards me. Thank goodness we were on the platform part where you pay. The collector is right there. So I kept on looking at the collector as I was like standing by him. The man stops me and goes, hey, and he was a young man, and he's going, hey, don't I know you? I know you from somewhere. And I'm going, I've never seen this man from Timbuktu, okay? I don't know who the heck he is. He's trying one on. He's doing that con artist thing that he thinks that women are stupid enough to buy, that he knows me. Well, he don't know me, and I don't know you. And so I'm going, oh God, what did I just do when I happened to look around just to assess the situation? I locked eyes with this guy, and now he's like telling me he knows me. So, and it's like after 12 at night, and I've got to walk home from here, and I don't want him following me. So I'm like, no. So I'm trying to keep my cool and going, well, no, I don't know you. I've never met you from anywhere, but I'm trying to keep calm because I don't want him to think that I'm freaking out. So he goes, but I do know. And I said, well, no, I haven't met you anywhere. And I'm going, please leave me, please leave me. So I started to walk away, and thank goodness the man didn't follow me, because that was like a freaky situation and I didn't want that man following me, because that would not have been good. So that kind of scared me, and those are the kind of things that you don't do. Like, smile at your neighbors when you're walking down the street in your community and stuff like that, because my city tends to be a kind of a rather a cool city. Like, not cold and, well, it is freaking freezing in temperature, but it tends to be a cold, emotionally, not a very connected city, and not a very warm city, not a very friendly city. So I kind of want, little old me kind of wants to break that culture a little bit. So I try when I'm walking down my neighborhood street, I try to kind of, you know, during the day, of course, smile, have an open face, be friendly, go into the stores, chat with the people in the stores, things like that. If I have time and everything, I try to be friendly and open and smile. And just walking down the street, be helpful and smile, because it helps to kind of change the atmosphere of your environment. And you know, you surprise people when you smile at them. They go, oh, okay, and they smile back, and then you just create a nice little culture. That's what I try to do. So those are the little things that we can do. Just don't do it at night. That's one of the things you don't want to do at night, is be smiling at strangers. And even if you're not smiling at strangers, you don't want to catch the eye of a stranger. It's one of the protective things that you do when you're walking down the street, especially as a woman, and if you're alone. But try not to, even as you're scanning, to make sure that you're okay, your environment is safe. Try not to scan where you manage to catch eyes with the person. Look around their face, but don't catch the eye with the person, because they have a tendency to use that as an opening if they're not safe to get at you. You don't want that. And I made that mistake that night. Changing the subject. Seeing that it's the new year, there's still some leftover Christmas movies on TV. Like, my PVR is full of Christmas movies. I don't know about what happened this year, but they seem to go wild with the Christmas movies. So I was a happy camper. Okay, so we're going in. I think I did my eye. It's not as professional as I would like it to be, because I'm terrible at talking and doing things at the same time. Absolutely atrocious at it. This video is going to be a million miles long if I keep up with this, because it's turned into a talking video. This is my Purple Paradise palette. Didn't plan for it, but it was on sale at Sephora. It's called the Dark Rainbow palette, and it holds 28 eyeshadows. Thank goodness, because Z palettes usually held 27, and they did a good job of reconfiguring the size so that it can hold a proper 28. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into Phantom, and I'm going to use that as my brow bone highlight. So yeah, there's been a lot of great Christmas movies on, and they're all, you know, they're all kind of romance, the Hallmark romance stuff. It's kind of like the Hallmark books, except they do it in movie form. They're a lot of fun to watch. I mean, you have to suspend your reality and like get into the storyline, because these storylines are like major miraculous, like coming together romances. They remind me of like daydreams. You know, when you have a daydream, especially a romantic daydream, you create these fantastical scenarios and all these kind of miraculous happenstance where you come together in the most momentous and happenstance way, but it always works out and you always have a happy ending, and I love happy endings. Well, Hallmark movies are like that. I mean, they're kind of like my daydreams, but made in movie form, and they're fun, and they always have a happy ending. There's always a moral behind it. Going into Ultraviolet. So I'm gonna go into this, and I'm only gonna put, this is my highlighter, Kat Von D's Ultraviolet. Now, I can't just wear this on its own because of my skin tone, so I do go in with a little bit, see? Otherwise I look like I'm going out for Halloween. So I do add a little bit of the pink in there. So I'm gonna bounce it off with the pink. I'll go over on the other side. So to kind of make it work with my skin tone. So anyway, I've been watching a lot of those movies, and you know what? I kind of like watching them during the December. They start in about November and they go into December and they kind of finish off in January, and there was a humongous amount of them this year, and I kind of like it because it you know, they're kind of saccharine, they're kind of sappy, but they create this atmosphere once again of like positiveness. It's almost kind of like a reset to your mind, gets you believing again, gets you hoping again, gets you thinking of possibilities again, and it's a nice reprogramming of your mind for the new year. I think it's actually the perfect time to have these movies. So I'm happy for them because it gets me right in the mood for the new year and the new things and the possibilities that can happen in the new year, and a new start, you know? So I like that they do that. Anyway, so we're gonna go in with Bittersweet by Urban Decay. And so we're finally at the blush stage. This is a lovely kind of purple blush. I am gonna mix it. You know I'm a bit of a mixologist. I do put a little on my chin. You have to watch for smiling, because if you smile and you put it there, it drops when you don't smile, and you may have too much blush on you. But I like putting blush on the apples of my cheeks. It helps to make my face a little rounder. I'm now gonna mix it with my Party blush.
Now if I can open it without destroying my manicure, that would help me.
So this is Party. It's a kind of a dusty, mauvey rose color. For lips, we're gonna go in with the BH Cosmetics Color Lock and Faithful. It's a kind of a mauvey, dusty, rosy color. So next, in the lip cocktail, I'm using Bite Beauty's Mauvember. This was from 2016, I believe.
Every November, Bite Beauty comes out with a color, and the proceeds go to help. I believe, I think every year it's for the men with prostate cancer and sort of like those male diseases.
That's the purple. It's this beautiful purple, mauvey purple color. It's gorgeous. And then we're gonna go in with Anastasia Beverly Hills lip gloss in Metallic Rose. Let's pray it doesn't get all over my teeth. So this is it. This is my Purple Rain Pantone Color of the Year look. So this tutorial was a wash with purple, and I hope you Purple Hearted Glow Beauties enjoyed this commemoration to and celebration of the year of the Pantone Ultraviolet Purple. This is to commemorate the year of creativity, the year of innovation, and the year of all you purple-hearted people who are spreading kindness and caring around to your community, because it's much more interesting to be kind and caring to be cool. This is for all you guys, you purple-hearted people, you purple people eaters, you purple lovers. Hold up, stop the press, my friends, the ever so hot, purple loving, hot mamas live. Tag me to do this purple loving, get ready with me, and I'm tagging all you purple loving YouTube creators out there to do this video too and get yourself a wash with purple, and I include in the tag, but it is not contained just with these: Aging Gorgeously, Breakups to Makeup, Casey Price, Emmy Fee Ann, Joanna G Makeup, Just Enough Eyes, Katie Owens, Kitty Cat Does Makeup, Marsha Woods, Shaylin Kotek, and everybody else who wants to join in the fun in celebration of the Pantone Color of the Year 2018 Ultraviolet. This is for you. So let it rain, let it rain. And if you enjoyed this video, this silly little purple-hearted video, do give it a huge thumbs up, like and share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe. Do hit the bell notification button so you can keep up with all my uploads. And just remember, you purple-hearted glow beauties, rock your own kind of beauty and keep on going and keep on glowing. I will